Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Aidyn Plus. Let's go. We've got a lot of fighting to do today. I think there is actually... Yeah, there's one more battle coming up here before we say farewell to our dear alchemist. And I guess that's spoilers for the fact that we'll be getting a new party member very, very soon. There are a few cutscenes we can encounter along the road to Pt.60 here, and they're going to be kind of front-loaded for this episode. Guys, don't kill him! This is his final battle! Don't be rude. These guys are maximum rudeness. We're just going to crowd these two and cast Starstorm on their faces. Eat it. Anyway. Yeah, got a lot of encounters around here to clean up. And most of them are enemies we've already seen. Boo-hoo, too bad, so sad. There's still a few new things we can see. But, they'll be few and far between. Tough luck, eh? So, we'll just have to chew through them as quick as we can. Starting with these bandit rogues. That should be new news, but they're already old news. Because it only takes one battle for me to tell you everything about them. Die. He did. And now they're gonna swap weapons. Okay, cool. Godric will get a chance to attack. We leveled up his Dragon Flames just so he could do this. And for them to be, like, resistant to it because I gave them halibabica. If they weren't resistant to it, you could see they would clearly have died. And Brenna can probably finish them off with Starstorm. Do it! Yeah! Although battles in this game can take quite a while, I anticipate things will go a lot more smoothly once we level up our damaging magic. Because damage magic is just the way to go in this game. Like, Fireball is one of the best spells in the original. Even though it can hit your party members if you're not careful with how you place the reticle. But yeah, all this tedious move and poke combat is eventually going to turn into take a couple steps and choose your casting circle, basically. So that's mostly what I'll be focusing my efforts on in terms of level ups. But for now, we still gotta bridge that gap somehow. But we'll get a lot of valuable experience here. And there are some new damage options for spells in Pt.60 that we will see. Probably not this session, maybe next time. There's just a lot to chew through out here. The route is deceptively populous with enemies. We got the ogres over here who don't know well enough to run away. We'll burn them all. Brenna can start wearing them out with her throwing iron. God. Kind of looking forward to these cutscenes we're going to be coming up on here. Did I introduce two characters I'm rather fond of. And a third character that no one should have any reason to know who he is, but you'll find out soon, won't you? Yeah. Move along, ogres. Ooh, Godric, you get to go twice. But you can only burn one of them. I'll wait till you can burn two of them. That one's almost dead. Now I'm gonna finish him off. Of course he is. There's no way he would miss an ogre at this phase of the game. Which is why I don't understand why the upgrade ogres are so rare. I feel like maybe these ones were supposed to be too tough for the early game, and now is when they were meant to be relevant, but they're just not. They just aren't. We need those upgrade ogres. And there actually are some on the road here. And I will show you where they are when we get to them. But they are the vast minority in this game. I am sad that Godric failed to cast on that other ogre. That guy moonwalked out of here. Weird. It's because I hurried his turn. But you know. Owie! They still hurt. The battle axes were too good of an idea. Oh no. Get over there and fix Rita. Yay. I should probably upgrade my healer skill sometime soon, too. It's just not a very big priority. It's already broken, you know? It's like, it only gets more broken. But we need other things to actually get us through combat. I probably could have let Godric finish that guy. I didn't feel like it. This guy's taking 300 years to cross the short span, and he needs to get to that corner. I don't know how they determined what parts of the battlefield an enemy should be able to flee from. I feel like the intention was that there would be, like, gaps in the fences or whatever that would indicate places where enemies could pop in. But this corner is totally blocked off, so there's no reason it should be an escape route, even in theory. Okay, Godric, this is your last chance. Please kill this ogre with dragon flames. Show everyone what you got. Yeah, see? You're not totally useless. All you had to do was believe. Godric gained a level, look at that! Ooh, we got debilitation. That is in the humanoid drop chart, because it is a rare drop for Cyclopses, which are humanoids. I couldn't really give them their own chart. I mean, maybe I could. We're still investigating which charts are used or not used, but since it's among the humanoids and the Cyclopses no debilitation, they have this scroll. And here's the guy that nobody should know. Go! Yes, you, traveler, come over here! Hello, good sir. What's the trouble? I'm Batman of Pt.60. I own the silk exchange in that town, or rather what is left of it. Without traders or travelers, business in Pt.60 is going from bad to worse. Please, relax and tell me the story. It's because of that giant over there, or wherever he is. For 2 weeks now, he's stayed by the bridge in some sort of ridiculous tent. And for 2 weeks, he's told everyone he's the knight in charge here. He's guarding the town, starting with that bridge, and then no one may pass. Is he a knight? Chocolate is more like it. He sends everyone back to town. We've tried reasoning with him, we threatened him, we even offered him bribe. Good Pt.60 money. Yet nothing dissuades him from his crackpot's game. Will you kill him for me? Excuse me? Alright, don't kill him. Just get him out of there, will you? With all the shops empty, we can't pay. But if you do me this service, I promise to find some opportunity to repay you, sir. I can try. Your deed will be remembered. His name is Arturo, and he's as dumb as a post. So whatever you do, be firm. And for land's sake, don't try to reason with him. I'll remember. Thank you, sir. Thank you most sincerely. Now, thank you, Bertrand. Alright, now, if we go over here, there's this little box. And this box contains 5,000 gold. Just laying out. No trap. No lock. Just 5,000 gold in the box. And over here, I think this one's 2,000? 1,000? There's something in this one. There's a brilliant scroll in this one. This must be a goblin chest, because brilliance is on their drop chart, and they have very little gold. But why would a goblin chest be here? Very strange. That was also very lucky, because that was a 1 in 100 drop. Anyway, here are the two characters I'm rather fond of. I guard this bridge with my abilities as a boy, and on my honor as a knight, and you won't take a step further. My, what a strong voice you have. But let's not be silly. I'm expected in Pt.60 by some very important people. Won't you please let me cross? Beg to report, miss. Pt.60 has criminals enough. I'm sure you can't mean me. Miss, I saw this episode clearly. You saw nothing. A mangy band of merchants without enough manners to let a lady pass? You're not like that, are you? Well... Of course you're not. You're a gentleman, a protector of the realm. Now... Won't you please step aside and let me cross? I beg to report, miss, I'd like to. I was at my post, you lingering on the slope. The merchants passed. You took those beads and everything else you could get your hands on. My goodness, what an imagination! I don't imagine. I saw you with my own eyes. Oh, but eyes play tricks. My eyes are fine. Perhaps, but you can never be too sure. Never be too so sure. That's a typo. After all, how many eyes do you have anyway? Oh, why, 2, miss. Same as you. That's right. And how many people crossed just now with the merchants? Huh? 20? 30? Beg to report, miss, that... That what? Are you all-seeing and all-powerful? Are you a dragon? No. A sorcerer? No. Then admit that what you think you saw must be impossible, because I don't see how anyone can honestly track more than 40 people, 80 hands. Is that not so? With two teensy-weensy little eyes, do you? I... Please, stop wasting my time with apologies. I have a fondness for gods, and I'll overlook your incompetence. But don't let it happen again. Now, if you'll excuse me... But miss! We'll learn more about her later. But for now, it's this guy. Hello, Arturo. I beg to report, sir, the bridge is closed. Yes, I see that. But I'd like a word with you anyway. Sir, your words are useless. I won't change my mind. I must defend the merchants and protect the town. Go back to Tailbug. So that worked. Obviously it did not work. And there's an invisible wall here that just prevents you from actually passing him until you deal with him. So there's no way, even if it looks like there's a way. I don't know, maybe there's like a glitchy speedrun way. Huh, you're back. Well, the bridge is still closed. Yes, I see that. But I want to cross anyway. Beg to report, sir, your words seem uncooperative. Granted, I'm not absolutely sure how this knight business works, but it seems I must fight if you challenge me. Do you challenge me? You're a guard, see? You're not really a knight. Disrespect! You'll pay for that! Choose your weapon! My weapon? Listen, do you want to be challenged? That sounds like a threat. A knight must be swift with that. Defend yourself as best you can! But I don't want to fight. Why not? I want to cross the bridge. Now, hold out your hand. We're going to be friends, and that's all there is to it. Beg to report, sir, that does not seem to me the way a knight would settle this. Alright, we'll follow the rules. Now, how would a knight settle this? Why, through some knightly deed. Exactly. Have you rescued a wizard? I would storm the gate, sir. That's the best way to rescue. You'd attack from the front and not the side, are you sure? Well, exactly. Have you ever fought a sorcerer? I would strike from the left, sir. I think that's what I'd do there. But no, you wouldn't. A knight shouldn't attack a sorcerer at all. Oh, exactly. Are you sure you understand the knighthood? Sir, I plan to accomplish many great things, but you haven't done any of them yet, have you? Well, no, sir. You know, you haven't done much at all. You might be wasting your time here. How did you get this post? I created it. I thought what a knight might do in Port Said, and this is what I came up with. You know, you haven't done much at all. Do you have any skills? I know next to nothing, but what I lack in intelligence I make up for in size. Is that good? It's not bad. Let me cross it. I'll see if anyone needs a knight in town. Would you, sir? Thank you. Maybe I can do a deed after all. I'll ask in Port Said. So there are multiple ways out of this conversation, and if you get any of them, you're allowed to pass. But, as you may well expect, it's also possible to recruit this guy. He's actually got quite a bit of dialogue in this thing. You're still here? Well, big report, sir, but, well, the bridge has to be guarded. It's the knightly thing to do. It may be, but I'm not sure the people of Port Said want to be guarded. Do you think a true knight would defy the will of the people he claims to protect? What we claims to protect? I suppose not. But what then, sir? I don't know what to do instead. I could really use a companion. Will you join me? Well, beg to report, sir, but there's no room for me. Well, Aaron, yeah, you stay. Yeah, whatever. Hey, kiddo, I just found the memory I need for the wood-up frame. I gotta go. Me and Tailhawk by the wizard school door. Alright, Godric, you can go. Well, beg to report, sir, I am ready to go. Yay, we got Arturo. As with the other party members in this game, he actually got nerfed as well. A little too strong for being level 12. I didn't change his level, but I did change his stats. And if you could believe it, he even got dumber than he was. Only 1 point dumber, but he did. And he is the slowest character in the game. His dexterity was already tailwind, and it still suffered even worse. But here's our guy. Oh, and although most people would pass on Arturo, he's really not a very good character. Like, he's got big health, and that's his cell, and his health isn't as big as it used to be. I I had mentioned back when we fought the Cyclopses that their club cannot be dropped by enemies, found in treasure chests, or sold in shops. The only way I could make the club available legitimately is if it entered your party on another person. So whenever you recruit Arturo, you get a Cyclops club, and that's the only way you can obtain one. Well, it's actually pretty damaging. 5 is not bad. Not very good accuracy, and it takes a lot of strength. But like I said, it actually shares the same model as the regular club, so it's just like, it's a stronger version of this. A little bit sad, but whatever. We've got Arturo now. Oh yes, and Arturo is a naming wizard. I could have made him Necromancer or Star, depending on how I decided to dole out the schools for Brenna and Abrecken. But I decided to go with naming because the naming spells include Stupidity and Brilliance, both of which are just too ironic for this guy. I loved it. And also a bit coincidental is that Arturo cannot use any projectile weapons, which is also true of the original namers of Aidyn Chronicles. So he's kind of just in the same boat with the rest of them, and he's a good, well, I mean, he's not a good option because he's not a very good option in general, but like, if you need a namer mid-game and you didn't take raid at the start, at least now you have Arturo and you don't have to wait till the very end game to get another namer. Just gotta put a little more work into him. I think he can already hold the sword. Yeah, he can already use the enchanted blade. We gotta get him some equipment that doesn't slow him down too much. He's slow enough as it is. Give him all this stuff. Dragon's Gill. Yeah, we haven't gotten the better thing yet. Buddy, you just use the buckler for now. You're not even qualified to hold the bronze shield, man. God, you're terrible. Okay, so we would cross the bridge and go to Port Said and to check out all the cool things there. But here's the thing: whenever you first visit Port Said, a particularly difficult encounter appears on this bridge, and I don't feel like trying to sneak past it. It is possible to do so, but it's also kind of a hassle. So we're just going to take Arturo and head off this way instead. Because we're going to try and clear up this area before we cross the bridge to the town. And over here, there is an ogre. Hello, ogre. Ooh, they've got a boss in the ranks. Way back there, but they've got him. Well, these guys should have nothing on us. I wonder if I can stupidity kill them. Probably can. Let's do it. If that guy never moves again, we know he ran out of intelligence and died. Yep. See, if this were the original game, Reda could have cast that on all of them, and just stupidity killed every single one of them, and then the enemies would get no turns until we killed enough that the reinforcements would arrive. That's not what happened here. Because I broke it. I broke the broken spell, so it ain't so broken. That guy didn't feel like taking a turn. Neither did he. Sometimes I feel like the enemies are surprised at the start of the fight, and they will just... It's like in their AI to waste their initial turn. Doesn't always seem to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. He looks so silly with that little blade. He is a hulking big dude, and even he is smaller than these ogres, so that kind of just puts it in perspective how big these monsters really are. Ogre boss over there casting endurance. Thinks he's hot stuff. He's not. We gotta go all the way over there. Oop. I kind of meant to throw that over the hill. That's fine. Here, Arturo, you can clean up these guys. While everyone else gets to move on to do more important things with their lives. Rip. Get on over there. Line it up. There. Phew! She missed. Darn. Okay. Maybe we'll cast Brilliance on her so she doesn't fail so much. Yeah. One thing that's important to note about Arturo in this particular area is that because he is so stupid, he is susceptible to being stupidity killed, much like I did to that ogre. And this is the point in the game where bandit chieftains know stupidity. So if you're in a fight with those guys, you either need to buff Arturo's brains in advance, or keep him away from the boss so he doesn't get stupefied. Because it's a real consequence to having a hero. Like, you could even try to buff him back up from 0, and I think he'll still stay dead, technically. If you win the fight and he's still alive, he'll be fine, but you won't be able to use him. Not that he gets very many turns anyway. We're going to sink dexterity into that guy, like, as soon as possible. But at least, like, the advantage of having low dexterity is it doesn't cost much to raise. Or as much as it would. We should be able to get him up to speed without too much trouble. The experience gains out here are better. As they should be. Hit the boss. 2 damage. Well, that's 2 less health than he had. Go, Arturo. Be useful. You did it! Proud of you. It's probably the first knightly thing you've ever done. The rest of us head on over the hill. We'll let the brain-dead idiots fight it out. Blech. Someday soon. Although I haven't put out the patch for it yet, I did look at all of the spells in the game, and from each of the schools and whatnot, and I portioned out how I want to adjust their wizard ranks and their experience ranks. They don't always coincide, because some spells are... It would make sense for them to be easy to learn, but hard to raise, like especially damage-dealing spells, which are so useful. But there are some things that are both hard to raise and high experience cost. Like, for example, the Charming spell that lets you control enemies is probably one of the strongest spells in the game. So it only makes sense that you would need to be a high wizard rank to learn it, and need to sink a lot of experience to get it higher level. Neither of those things are true in the original, as far as I know. The only limiting factor on Charming is that it's a naming spell. So, there are only a couple wizards who could learn it. And even now, only one more besides Alaron. I need to get rid of this ogre boss before he becomes a real problem. Can I get them both? I can. Did she just do 50 damage to that guy? Holy crap. That was a magic crit. Slurp. Sorry about that. Ugh. Nice one, Brenna. I love it. And yeah, as you can see, even though that ogre was not dead, because it was brain dead, the game allowed the battle to end.